Davis. We've completed our second lesson for the PGM program. We talked about three things today. We talked about ball positioning, we talked about getting our left shoulder down for our takeaway, and then we talked about the training aid here from Tour Striker. So the other three things that we talked about, let's start with ball positioning. So for a pitching wedge and 9-iron and possibly 8-iron, what do we typically want to do, or where do we want the ball to be in our stance?
Middle of the stance.
We want the ball to be a little bit more in the middle of the stance. However, for the longer clubs, with your 3-iron, 4-iron, 5, and 6, where should the ball positioning typically be?
Slightly forward of center.
And those should be slightly forward to center because they're slightly longer clubs, right?
Yep.
Because it's going to take a little bit longer for the club to get through.
Yep.
The second thing is that we talked about our takeaway again. I gave you a new little tip. We talked about getting the left shoulder down. Why do we want to get the left shoulder down?
Just so I'm not as inside, not to be inside.
Yeah, because we're going over the top like what we did in the first lesson. It's kind of came back a little bit, right? And you just may not have been practicing the right things.
Yep.
So that's why we went with this full swing for the second lesson, just so we can try to make sure that we have it right.
Yep.
So by getting that left shoulder down, it's going to get our left arm back, and it's going to get our hands more up than getting on the inside like you mentioned.
Yep.
Okay. Then the third thing, we use the training aid. So we use the Tour Striker Pro pitching wedge, and we use this to do what, Davis?
To help get the hands in front of the body.
Because you were typically really handsy or really flippy with your clubs, right?
Correct.
And so that's increased that ball flight.
Yep.
So we use the training aid to get your hands forward, and also it lowered your ball flight too, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So for the future, and I want you to do this, so I want you to at least come to the driving range 3 times next week for an hour. But I want you to practice the right things. I'm going to give you this Tour Striker pitching wedge because I want you to use that when you practice.
Okay.
That's also going to help, one, get your hands forward because that's going to try to get that consistency with your muscle memory. And 2, I want to make sure that you're getting your hands forward and being able to get through the golf ball.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So for the lesson 3, we're going to do short game. We'll schedule that for next week, and then we'll just go from there.
Right on. Thanks, dude.